So good morning. It's really nice to have you here today and to do some yoga with you. We're going to use a yoga tie or belt. I literally use a tie, but you could use a belt from a bathrobe, or if you have a yoga belt, feel free to grab that and just set it to the side for the moment. We're going to use it later. We do some floor exercises. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start in our seated posture. I recommend sitting on a blanket or a folded towel or a small pillow just to raise your hips up a little bit, which will make it a little more comfortable to sit. If you're comfortable sitting cross-legged, feel free to do that. If that's not comfortable, just stretch. You can stretch one leg out, have the other one tucked in. Sitting like this might be comfortable for you as well. Okay, and it's okay to shift a little bit and move a little bit as you're sitting. What I want, the most important thing is I just want you to sit with a nice straight back, nice straight spine. I do not want you to be uncomfortable while you're sitting on the floor, okay? All right, so let's just rest the hands either in your lap or on your knees, and you can close your eyes for a moment and take a nice deep breath in and out through your nose. And lengthen from the base of the spine all the way up the back, through the neck, through the top of your head. And just close your eyes softly. You're starting to sort of tune out the rest of the world, if you will, for this next 45 minutes. And just withdraw your awareness inward and relax down through the forehead and around your eyes. Relax through the nose and your cheeks. Relax your jaw. And then down through the neck and throat and the shoulders. Relax all the way down the arms to your fingertips. And back up through the shoulders, relax your upper back, your chest and lungs, your heart center. Down through the abdomen, through your lower back, relax your hips, all the way down the legs, through the feet, through the toes. All right, let's focus on the breath now. So count to yourself the length of your inhale and count to yourself the length of your exhale. That's a nice way to quiet your mind, start to deepen the breath. When the breath is even on the inhale and exhale, it's called Matrika Pranayama. And it's a nice way to help sort of calm your mind, your body. If you're ever feeling a little stressed or anxious, this can help. Good. All right, with your next exhale, let's start by bringing the chin forward. Just let your head hang down. And bring your chest up towards your chin. So we're going to start by stretching through the neck and the shoulders. Roll your head to one side so the ear hangs toward the shoulder. Relax your jaw. And then around to the back, let your head go back. And then over to the other side. And just kind of move at your own pace. Let your head come down to the front. If your neck is tight on one side, just move slowly. Just pay attention. Inhale as you roll your head to the back. Exhale as you slowly come back to the front. So you're following the breath with each sort of rotation of your head, and do about 3 circles to each side. All right, when you're done, bring your head back down to center, and let's just clasp the hands together, lay them gently on the back of the head, add some weight to the stretch, and hold for a moment. Good, bring your head back up to center, put one hand on the head, the other one can just rest on your leg, and gently draw the ear toward the shoulder and hold. And then back to center, let's go over to the other side. Good, and let your head come back to center, and then the eyes are open. Turn your head gently from side to side. So you're going to look back and forth now from side to side. One more time. Good, and let your head come back to center. All right, arms by the side. Inhale, reach out and up, nice deep breath. And just clasp your hands together, let the palms reach upward. Exhale as you lean to one side and stretch. Good. Inhale as you come on up. Exhale over to the other side and stretch. Inhale as you come to center. And exhale. Good. Inhale and exhale. So each movement is deliberate. We're following the breath. That just helps you stay focused and in the moment. We're going to draw back slightly with the arms and stretch. Good. Let the fingertips touch. Inhale. As you exhale, let your arms reach out. And come on down. Let's clasp the hands behind your back. Go ahead and gently roll your shoulders back and stretch. And relax. Let's do the eagle twist. So I'm going to have you bring your arms up in front of you. You can do either side, but I want you to bring one elbow inside of the other. Okay, something like this. You're going to try to wrap the arms. You can let the hands touch back to back. Some of you might wrap the hands around so the fingertips touch the palm. Either way is fine. And then draw the elbow up and just hold for a moment. You're going to feel that right across the upper back and shoulders. Take a deep breath here, 2. And 3. And then inhale. As you exhale, let those elbows come down and untwist. Kind of shake it out a little bit. Good, let's do the other side. So draw the arms up, put one elbow inside of the other. So kind of wrapping the arms up back to back with the hands, or you can try wrapping them around. Draw the elbows up and just hold. I want you to notice, pay attention. Where do you feel the stretch? Where's your body tight? Like I didn't even realize my left shoulder and neck were really tight this morning. So it's like, oh, I can stretch that, but I can also pay attention to that throughout the day. Maybe do a little more stretching later on. Good, and breathe. And relax. Go ahead and let your elbows come down and untwist. Good. All right. Let's reach the arms out in front. So palms facing upward, let your fingertips touch your shoulders. Let's make some nice big circles. So you'll come in and back and around. And let's change direction. And relax. Go and relax your shoulders. Stretch your legs out in front of you. Rock your feet in and out. Especially if it's not comfortable sitting cross-legged, just kind of shake those legs out a little bit. Good. We're going to come right over onto the hands and knees. You can use your blanket for extra padding. For those of you that just joined, we are going to use a belt later on. So if you have a tie, like I use a tie or a bathrobe belt or a yoga belt of some kind, we'll use that here at the end. So you can just have it sit to the side for now. And we'll do some floor exercises with that. So for now, we're going to start on the hands and knees. Hands into the shoulders, knees hip distance, toes and feet are relaxed. When you're ready, exhale and tuck your chin in. Go ahead and round your back, your shoulders in. Really good stretch. And then inhale as you arch and look up. Exhale as you tuck your chin in, round your back and shoulders. Inhale as you arch your back and look up. Good. With your next exhale, go ahead and come down with your hips to your heels, forehead to the mat, and just reach all the way out through your fingertips. Right down into your half tortoise and just stretch. Nice deep breath. Good. We're going to do a downward dog. So I want your hands a little bit wider than your shoulders. Fingers spread wide, palms flat on the mat. So you're going to come up onto the hands and knees. Okay, and then lift your hips. You can bend your knees slightly. Keep pressing your chest back towards your thighs and stretch. And then add a runner stretch where you bend one knee and try to push the opposite heel towards the mat. And then alternate your legs. And you're going to feel that through the calf muscles. That should feel really good. You're also building up some strength. Hands are firmly on the mat. Getting a good stretch to the back as well. Good. Let's bring the shoulders forward, knees touch down. We're going to stretch out the back now. So you're going to sit towards the left heel, twist over to the right, and just hold for a moment. Feel that stretch all along your lower back on your left side. And 2. And 3. And 4. And let's come on up onto the hands and knees and we'll switch over. Sit back towards the right heel. Twist over to the left and stretch. And 2. 3. And 4. Good. And come back up to center, back up onto the hands and knees. Okay, let's stretch the right knee all the way up. So your right knee comes forward, turn your heel in. Okay, so it's more like the heels by the hip bone. Stretch your left leg back a little bit more for a good stretch. Inhale as you look forward, and then exhale, come on down. So you can rest on your forearms. If you're comfortable coming down, bring your forehead all the way down onto your forearms. Good. We're just going to hold this for a couple of breaths. Try to get comfortable and relaxed in the posture. All right. And then from here, you're going to bring your chest up. Your hands go firmly onto the mat. So we're going to lift back into the downward dog again. Go ahead and take yourself back and stretch. Good. Shoulders come forward, knees touch down to the mat. Let's do the other side. So slide your left knee all the way up, turn the heel in, stretch your right leg back. Inhale as you look forward and stretch. And then as you exhale, come on down. And again, you can rest on your elbows like this, or you can come all the way down with your forehead down to your forearms, whatever feels comfortable for you. And just relax. Focus on your breath again. All right, let's bring the chest up. Hands firmly on the mat. One more time. Step it back into that downward dog and stretch. And 2, we're just going to hold for a few breaths. And 3. Good. Let the shoulders come forward, knees down to the mat. Draw your hips all the way back to your heels. Back into that half tortoise and relax for a moment. You can open and close your fingers and fists a couple of times. Stretch out your hands. It feels good to rock your hips from side to side. You can do that too. All right, let's come back up onto the hands and knees. So we're going to do a posture that'll stretch out your shoulders, and it's going to give you a little bit of a twist called the thread the needle. So the hands are under the shoulders, knees are hip distance, feet are relaxed in your table pose. I want you to take the back of your hand. So I'm using my left hand, the back of the left hand, put it on the mat, and you're going to slide it behind your right arm. So you're sliding it through until you come all the way down onto your left shoulder and rest on the side of your head, the left side of your head. So this might be enough of a stretch right here. If you want to go further, take your right hand, reach it behind you. And you might even be able to reach your fingertip to your thighs. You can look straight ahead, or you can try to look up towards the ceiling. And you're going to feel that stretch right across that upper shoulder on that left side, and hold. Breathe. Good. Inhale. And as you exhale, let's slowly untwist and come back up onto the hands and knees. So let's do the other side. Back of the right hand on the mat, slide it through behind your left arm, come all the way down onto your right shoulder and on the right side of your head. So you can stay like this, or you can go further and take your left hand behind your back, maybe touch that thigh. You can look straight ahead, or you can look up towards the ceiling. So all of these variations will just add to the stretch, and just hold. And breathe. Good. Inhale. As you exhale, let's slowly untwist, and we're going to come right back up onto the hands and knees. All right, we're going to bring the elbows down to where your hands were. So the elbows are underneath your shoulders now. Okay, we're going to do another stretch for the shoulders. So I'm going to have you start by turning your left arm out to the side. So right now, the elbow is underneath my shoulders. I'm going to turn that left arm out. Put your forehead down on your forearm and reach that right arm out as far as you can and just stretch. You're going to feel that right through the armpit area, maybe through the upper back, even through the chest area, and hold. Good. Now we're going to switch. So bend the right arm, the elbows out to the side, put your forehead down on your forearm and reach forward with that left arm and stretch. And breathe. Good. Forehead to the mat. Reach forward with both arms and stretch. If you want to go deeper, you can try to go under your chin, so you can see how that feels. And hold. Good. If you are on the chin, go back to your forehead. And then from here, use your hands to help you bring yourself back with the hips to your heels. And we're going to do a child's pose. Child's pose, the arms are by the side, forehead to the mat, or You can rest one arm on top of the other and put your forehead on your forearms. And the hips are just being drawn toward the heels. Doesn't matter if they touch the heels or not. You're just rounding out your back and getting a nice stretch, and just rest for a moment. Good. And then from here, come on up into a kneeling posture. Let's go ahead and stretch out the toes and the feet. So let your toes curl under and see if you can sit on your heels. If that's uncomfortable, you can lean forward a little bit, take some of that pressure off your feet. All right. And then from here, we're going to come up to standing. So you can just move your towel or blanket, whatever you're using, to the side, and go ahead and come on up. All right. Okay, let's have feet about hip distance. I always like to start with a little twisting, so knees are soft or relaxed. You're going to start by leaning forward. Inhale as you roll to the back. Exhale, come back to the front. Inhale and exhale. And you're just following the breath. Good, let's change direction. And breathe. And if you are sitting all day, which I'm guessing most of us are because of all the Zoom meetings, if you can remember or set a timer to get up in between those meetings and take 5 minutes to do some of this, right? The twisting. We're going to do a front bend now. Inhale as you exhale, fold forward into your front bend. If you could do a little of the twisting, some front bends, sway from side to side. And then we're going to do a squat. So I want you to bend your knees, reach to the floor in front of you, and come down. This would help the circulation, right? When we're sitting all day, or anything really, if you stand at your desk, anything that you're doing ongoing, sort of repetitive, you want to break that up with some stretching. Let's go ahead and do a front bend again. Good, and down into a squat again. And then one more time, front bend. Bring your chest up, hands to your hips. Inhale as you come on up. Or you could put a sticky note on your computer that says stretch. Go ahead and support your lower back. Bend your knees, lift through the chest, gently stretch back. And if you can't remember what to do, just always think about balance. Well, if I stretch forward, I should stretch back. If I stretch to the right, I should stretch to the left, and that will help you remember some of these postures. Let's bring the toes together or just a couple of inches apart, whatever feels comfortable for you. Arms slightly out to the side. So now you're in your mountain pose. Inhale, reach out and up. Let your fingertips touch. Reach to the ceiling. Exhale as you lean to one side. You're going to push out on that hip. Inhale as you come on up. Exhale over. Inhale to center. And exhale. Good. Inhale. And exhale. All right. Go ahead and bring yourself back to center. We're going to do our movement, our vinyasa. So inhale. As you exhale, I want you to fold right down into your front bend. Place the hands on the front of your legs and draw your chest forward as you inhale. So you're stretching out your back. Exhale as you fold. And then inhale, reach and come all the way up. And stretch, and then bring your hands back to your heart. So we're going to do this sequence, this movement a few times, following the breath. Inhale as you reach up. Have your lips closed as you're breathing, but see if you can relax your jaw. Maybe separate your teeth a little bit. And hear the sound of your breath as you inhale and exhale. Inhale as you come up, exhale back to the heart. Good, now I want you to move at your own pace. I'll kind of walk you through it. but you can follow your own breath. So we're inhaling as we reach up, always exhaling as we fold. Draw the chest forward, inhale. And exhale. Reach and come on up. Back to the heart. And imagine that you go just a little further, maybe a little deeper with each movement. Let's do one more. Inhale as you reach up. And exhale as you fold. Good, and just pause for a moment. And relax. And go ahead and relax your legs as well. All right, let's do a shoulder stretch, a standing shoulder stretch, and we'll use the belt. So if you can also use like a dish towel too. That can work. Okay, so I'm going to turn around so we're all facing sort of the same direction. So let's start with the right arm. So hold on to your belt with your right arm. You're going to reach up towards the ceiling, bend at the elbow so the palm faces your back. And let's start by taking your left hand, touch that right elbow, and just gently guide the elbow slightly up and slightly back. And then you're going to reach behind with your left hand, and you're going to reach for that belt, just like this. Okay? So you're getting a nice stretch through your shoulders. We're going to hold for a moment. Breathe. Good. Inhale. And as you exhale, go ahead and undo your arms. All right, let's do the other side. So take the belt in your left hand. Go ahead and reach up. Bend at the elbow so that palm faces your back. Take your right hand, touch the elbow, and gently lift that elbow up and slightly back. And then let's reach up with the right arm. And again, you're just grabbing onto the belt. And hold. Look straight ahead. And 2. Focus on your breath. 3. And 4. Good. Inhale. As you exhale, let's release and let that left arm come down. Good. Just kind of swing the arms a little bit. Okay, so the next one we're going to do, it's going to look like this. Feet about hip distance. You're going to hold onto the belt behind you. I want your shoulders to be about hip distance, like this. Okay, so I'm going to face you now. So feet about hip distance. You're going to fold forward into your front bend. The knees can be a little relaxed or soft, and I want you to raise your arms up behind your back. And if you want to widen your hands a little bit, you certainly can do that on your belt. So you're raising your arms up behind your back, holding onto that belt. Feel that stretch through your shoulders. It might feel good actually to widen your arms, so just see how that feels. Good. And then we're going to lower the arms. Okay, go ahead and just put your belt off to the side. You're hanging in your front bend. I want you to bend your knees, reach the floor in front of you, and come down into your squat. Let's go ahead and Hold the squat for a moment. Good. And then from here, help yourself down to a seated posture. So go ahead and come down carefully and bring yourself down. Just have your belt handy. We're going to use it in a moment. Okay, and rock your feet in and out a couple of times. We'll do a couple of floor exercises, and then I want to get us on our back. We're going to do the triangle today using the belt. Let's rock the hip. This is one of my favorites. I like doing this one all the time. All right, place your foot into your hand like this, or you might get it up into your elbow. Wrap the other arm around your leg and just rock your hip from side to side. This is another one. I don't know about you, but with all the sitting, I'm finding that my hips are getting really tight to the point where it can be uncomfortable sometimes to sit, or you'll feel that. So again, if you can set a timer, put a sticky note on your desk just to remind yourself to get up and stretch. Doing this exercise every day can really help. Let's stop the rocking, pull the hip in and hold. And then let's place the foot right across the upper thigh and bounce your knee a few times. Good. From here, we're going to take that bent leg, cross it over your straight one. You can leave this bottom leg straight and bend forward, or you can tuck that bottom leg under. So you've got two variations to pick from. Sit up nice and tall and lean forward. And breathe. Good. Let's go ahead and come on up. So bring yourself up, and we'll do the same sequence on the other side. So take that opposite leg now, put it into your hand or elbow, wrap the other arm around, and let's just rock the hip from side to side. And let's stop the rocking movement, pull the leg in and hold for a moment. Good, relax. Let's place that foot right across your upper thigh, bounce the knee a few times. All right, let's take the bent leg, cross it over the straight one. You're either leaning forward with that bottom leg straight, or you tuck it under. Either way is a really good stretch, and then lean forward into the pose. Notice if you tend to clench your teeth, see if you can relax your jaw. Fold. Good, and relax. Go ahead and bring yourself up, stretch your legs out in front of you, and rock your feet in and out. All right, so what we're going to do next is I'm going to have you come down onto your back. If you want some extra padding, go ahead and stretch your blanket or towel out. And this one we are going to use a belt. I'm going to scoot forward a little bit so it'll be easier to demonstrate. Okay, so first I just want you to come down onto your back and draw the knees up into your chest. Ugh. This is the best way to come down onto your back. It's the most comfortable for your lower back, so you don't strain it. It's just to kind of keep those knees tucked in. And now I want you to rock a little bit from side to side. Take a nice deep breath here. Notice your back. Let go of all that tension down your spine. Let's take those knees, hug them in close, and gently roll them out away from you. So you're making a nice big circle with your knees. And this way you're also massaging down into that tailbone area. And let's change direction. Good, and now place the feet on the mat, hip distance apart. Okay, so we're gonna start by taking your left leg, and I want you to place your belt around the bottom of your left foot on the arch, and extend that left leg straight up in the air. Okay, go ahead and kind of flex the foot like you're drawing the toes towards you, and I want you to keep that left leg nice and straight. So if you need to lower it just a little bit to straighten it, that's fine. And then with your right leg, go ahead and stretch it all the way down onto the mat. Okay, so your left leg is extended straight up in the air. You've got the belt around the foot and your right leg is extended, and just hold for a moment. You can gently increase that stretch by drawing the foot towards you and hold and breathe. Good. All right, so we're going to hold on to the belt with your left hand. You can open your right arm out to the side, palm facing upward. That'll counter stretch. You're probably going to need to lower your foot just a little bit. So lower that left leg a little bit. And now I want you to open that left leg all the way out to the side and get that foot down to the floor. I'm not sure you can see it in the video with me, but I'm bringing my foot to where it's touching the floor. So if you need to close your leg in a little bit to do that, go ahead and do that. And imagine that your right hip is being drawn towards the floor. So this is like doing a triangle pose on the floor. I want you to relax for a moment. Inhale and exhale deeply. All right, you're going to use your left hand holding onto that belt that's on your left foot and bring your leg right back up to center. Hold onto the belt with your right hand now. Extend your left arm out to counterbalance, and you're going to lower that right leg all the way over to the right. So you might shift onto your hip just a little bit to let that leg go across you. If this is too much of a stretch, go ahead and bend your knee, right? Give yourself a little, make it a little easier there. But if you can keep your legs straight, go ahead and do that. And then you want to look out towards your left hand, which will draw that left shoulder towards the floor, and just relax for a moment. Nice deep breath here. All right, you're going to bring your legs straight up to center. Now hold on to the belt with both hands, and I want you to draw your head towards your knee and just hold for a moment and relax. Let your shoulders come down, bend your knee, and stretch your leg all the way down onto the floor. Rock your feet in and out a couple of times and just relax. And you should feel a difference between your left and right sides right now. You did. That was a deep stretch. All right, so let's do the other side. So you're going to bend both knees. Let's start with the knees bent and the feet on the mat. That's the easiest on the lower back. It's a nice way to start the stretch. We're going to do the right leg. So draw the right knee in, place that belt around the bottom of your right foot, and extend your leg straight up towards the ceiling. Let's straighten that leg. So you might need to lower the heel just a bit, and then stretch your left leg all the way down onto the mat. Let's hold for a moment. All right, hold on to that belt with your right hand. Let's extend the left arm out to counterbalance, and you're going to first start by lowering your foot a little bit. It doesn't need to be quite so high. So let's lower it. And now open it out to the right, all the way down to the floor. We want to get the foot touching the floor. So if you need to close it in a little bit, go ahead and do that. Imagine that your left hip is coming down towards the floor as well. So you're getting this nice stretch through the hips, through the inner thigh, through that hamstring, the gray muscle. Just hold and relax. Allow your hips to open and to relax. All right, use your belt. You're holding onto it with the right hand. You're going to raise that right leg straight up. Hold onto the belt with your left hand. Counter balance by opening your right arm out to the side. Again, if you need to lower your foot a little bit, you can do that. But you're going to now let that leg cross over you. You can shift onto your left hip a little bit more. Let the foot come down to the floor. Bend your knee if you need to. And I want you to turn your head and look out towards your right hand so we can draw that shoulder, the right shoulder down to the floor, and just hold. And breathe. All right, use the belt. Let's bring that foot right back up to center. All right, hold on to the belt with both hands. Draw your head towards your knee and just hold for a moment. And relax. Rest your shoulders, bend your knee, take the belt off. You can just lay the belt to the side. Stretch your legs all the way down onto the mat and rock your feet in and out a couple of times. Okay, from here we're going to bend both knees. Arms rest by the sides. Go ahead and lift your hips up and just hold for a moment. Right into a nice bridge pose. Inhale as you exhale, roll back down slowly. Draw your knees up into your chest one last time. Good, and relax all the way down onto the floor. Let your arms rest by your sides. Let the feet fall out to the side. Close your eyes softly. Take a nice deep breath. And just inhale and exhale deeply. And allow the floor to support your body. Okay, we're going to scan through the body, releasing any remaining tension. So let go of any tension now through the face. Relax your jaw. Relax your shoulders, down the arms to your fingertips. Take a nice deep breath and relax down through the torso. And from the hips all the way down the legs to your feet and your toes. Inhale and exhale deeply. And relax again your toes and your feet. The lower legs, knees, and upper legs. Relax through the hips and the pelvis, the abdomen, your lower back. Relax your heart center, your chest and lungs, your upper back. Relax your shoulders down to the fingertips. And back up through the shoulders. Relax through the neck, through the face, through the top of your head. And now slowly take a deep breath and start to bring your awareness back by moving your fingers and moving your toes. And as you start to come out of your relaxation, you can stretch and draw the knees into your chest. You want to relax your back. And then you can roll to your side and just rest on your side for a moment. And then you can bring yourself up to a comfortable seated posture. Good. So this concludes the Hatha Yoga exercise part and relaxation of our class. So you can bring the hands to the heart for a moment. Eyes are open. Namaste. All right, have a really good rest of your day. Take at least 5 more minutes today to do some stretching before the end of the day. Those of you that would like to stay, we'll practice the pranayama, the alternate nostril breathing, go into a seated meditation. Then I'll quietly close the class, so you are welcome to sit and meditate longer if you choose. All right. So the rest of you, if you are staying or can stay, maybe you don't have a 10 o'clock. Maybe you don't have to be on Zoom at 10. Have a folded blanket or towel. I am going to make mine pretty thick today. My hips are a little bit tight from sitting, so I'm going to sit a little taller, and that's more comfortable for my hips and my legs. Okay. All right, so with the alternate nostril breathing, I will talk you through it. And I think the easiest way to do it is just to close your eyes and just to follow along. You'll be closing off the right nostril with your thumb. And then you'll be closing off the left nostril with the inside of your ring finger. So the first 2 fingers of your hand tuck in. The palm faces your face. And you'll always be breathing in or out of one nostril at a time. So we're alternating the breath. So go ahead and close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale through both nostrils. Close the left nostril with your finger and exhale through the right nostril. Close the right one with your thumb and inhale left. Close the left one, exhale right. Close the right nostril, inhale left. Close the left one, exhale right. Close the right one, inhale left. And now exhale through the left nostril. Close it and inhale right. Close the right one, exhale left. Close the left, inhale right. Close it and exhale left. Close that one and inhale right. And now let your hand come down and exhale and inhale evenly through both nostrils. And just notice how you feel. It might feel cooler as you inhale. It might feel like both nasal passages are a little more open. Feel that breath go right up through the forehead to the brain. A nice, slow, deep breath. I'm going to teach you another breathing technique that's a really nice way to help you quiet the mind and go more deeply into a meditation. And you're going to be touching, like I will use my left hand. So I'm going to touch my thumb to the tip of my pointer finger on my left hand, and I'm going to use my hand to count my breaths. So at the tip of that finger would be my first breath. So I'd inhale and exhale. And then I go to the first joint or knuckle. That's my second breath. The next knuckle would be the third breath, and then to where the finger and hand come together is the fourth breath. So you can use your fingers to count. There would be 4 breaths on each finger. And then I go to the second finger and I count, and then the third finger and the fourth finger. So each point that you're touching is one full inhale and exhale. And then you move to the next joint and is one full inhale and exhale. If you do this on your hand, and you can use either hand, it will take you about 5 minutes. But it's going to take you more quickly and more deeply into a meditation than if you didn't maybe have this technique when you're trying to quiet the mind. So we'll use that technique today. If it works to count the length of your inhale and exhale at the same time, feel free to do that. But you're going to do a round of one hand or 16 breaths to help you quiet your mind.